Hi, happy Sunday, happy day after Valentine's Day. I feel like I don't remember the last time Valentine's Day hit on a weekend. So what we did, a little backstory. I did film something. I think I'm gonna put it together and post it. I don't know what the footage looks like, but I was getting ready, so I was telling a little bit about how I feel about the holiday in general. But uh I guess I can repeat it here. I don't really care about Valentine's Day. I like an extra day to give love to the people that I love. That's cool. I just am not like a grand gesture Valentine's Day kind of girl. That's never like any relationship that I've been in that's like had that, it doesn't really mean anything. And I feel like I don't receive love like that at all. And then H happens to be the exact same way. We're like the types that like to give each other gifts whenever we see gifts or like and then we just adore each other throughout the days. So it's kind of like a normal day, but we're like, okay, might as well just make it a date night or do something. So this year we did a date night. By night, I mean 3 p.m., which ended up being the best time ever because we by the time we got there, sat down, and started eating, it was, like, more like 3:34, so we didn't leave till 6, but we got to get back in time to we took a little snooze. We had a little nap when we got back, and then we were able to watch movies together. So it was, like, the perfect timing for us, but by the time we left the restaurant, everyone was out. Like, I felt like it was the busiest Valentine's Day I'd ever seen. And it makes sense because when we decided what we wanted to do, very early on in the relationship, we were like, let's just plan Valentine's Day together so that there's like no surprises or like we know what we're want to do and what we're getting out of the day. So we planned that we were going to dinner, and a month ago we started looking at restaurants, and every restaurant was booked. It was crazy. I was like, I feel like if I booked 2 weeks in advance, maybe it would get like a little crazy, but a month? That's wild. Like people were on their shit this year. But it ended up being a blessing because we got a 3 p.m. spot, which at first we thought was kind of boo-boos, but it ended up being amazing. And by the time we finished, I feel like that's when everyone was out and we were in Beverly Hills, and I was like, "Wait, didn't we just make this, like, circle of a street?" And H was like, "Yeah, I'm just, like, really enjoying the people watching." I was like, "Totally." So we just, like, drove for 30 minutes people watching, and it was just, like, really fun to see. People were out with their girlfriends, a lot of people were on dates, there was a lot of families out, and what did we saw a lot of photo shoots happening because it is Beverly Hills and everyone looked good. So a lot of photo shoots happening. And oh, on our way out of the restaurant, we were at a stop sign turning left and someone rear-ended us. We were stopped and they just rolled into us. It was very slow, so don't freak out. Everyone was more than okay. It was like a love tap, and Harry got out of the car and there was actually nothing there. So that was kind of great. And then when we got to another light and they were, like, asking us to roll down the window, and we rolled down the window, and they were like the guy was like, "I just wanna say, man." Wait, what did he say, H? He's like, "You have huge shoulders." You have huge shoulders, man. You've got huge shoulders. And I was like, I know. And then Harry's like, don't be too flattered, Steph. They just don't want us to sue them or like to get them in trouble. So but I'm like, but it was the truth. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he gave out a random compliment. Like H does have massive shoulders. That is one thing that's what it is. So he recognized a correct thing and happy wife, happy life. So I was happy with the compliment. And they had 3 kids in the back, and we were like, "We're not gonna do too much." Like, I'm not into being extra when there's nothing there. We exchanged contact just in case. We were like, there's something later that happens, like if there was like a camera issue or sensor issue with the car, but just off like what it looked like honestly nothing. So, no harm, no foul. What was sad was we went to one of my favorite restaurants. We love Mastro's. It's a steakhouse, and we go when we're feeling like steak. And we don't really eat that much red meat, but when we do, we're like to go hard in the paint. We're like, let's get bone-in ribeye. That's our order. We've gone like 5 times together. Every time I'm telling you it's the best piece of ribeye, and I feel like a ribeye connoisseur. And it's so delightful. And so as a pregnant woman, I'm like, I'm not eating rare meat. But I was like, a lot of pregnant women end up craving red meat because you're literally pumping 2 times the amount of blood that you would if you're not pregnant. And a lot of women end up being anemic because you just need so much iron to maintain that. So I was all like for a month I've been fixating on the fact that I'm going to get a steak. And I was like, that's all I want. Like you guys know I don't have pregnancy cravings, which is like the saddest thing ever. So but I do have like fixations. Like if I've decided I want something that I hadn't had, then I like really zone in on it. Like it becomes like a very important thing for me to achieve. So I was like dreaming about this bone-in ribeye. Like, oh, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get mine. And we order the bone-in ribeye. It comes. And I'm like, it doesn't look like as good as usual. But like, who am I to say? They're like 5 for 5 at this point, never missed. The first bite, I was, like, so sad to tell H this because I didn't wanna believe my taste buds, but it didn't taste good. It just wasn't good, and then he got his first of all, he got his medium rare. It came, like, it honestly looked I don't what's that meat called where they don't cook it at all? That it looked uncooked. It looked like really grilled on the outside and then like completely uncooked on the inside, which just isn't our thing. It was like, and so Harry got his like heated a little bit more, and I was waiting for him to try it so like he could confirm it. I was like, try mine. He's like, yeah, it doesn't taste that good. And I was like, okay, I need you to see yours to see if like this was just a fluke on mine. And he tried his, and it didn't taste good either. And I was shooketh. I was shooketh because it's like we kind of went there with the plan to execute like this place doesn't miss. And all the hors d'oeuvres we got, like we got calamari and like a bread basket and asparagus, all of that and the was fire. Fries, fire, all good. But for the steak to be so expensive and not be absolute flames, and as a pregnant woman, I can't stress this enough, guys. Like you don't really hear me complain that much. I was so sad. And I was like, is it because my taste buds have changed because I haven't had a ribeye, or does this taste weird? He's like, no, it tastes like liver. So I don't know if they changed their supplier or if like because it was Valentine's Day and there's so many people, they just like the quality wasn't as good this time. But I took home basically the whole steak because Harry's like, don't even just maybe something's wrong. Like, don't even finish it. So I'm gonna make it into like steak and eggs or something like that. But it was kind of a bust, but the whole night was great and everything else was tartar. Yep, that's it. Curtis, thank you. Yeah, it looks like beef tartar. That's what Harry's looked like. And so, but the service they were amazing. They were so sweet and it was great vibes, but I was shook. I was shook, guys. I couldn't believe I was let down like that. And they gave us free dessert and they said congratulations. I was the only pregnant person out that night. The belly was popping. That's another thing. I didn't realize. I always imagined myself as a pregnant person with like not that big of a belly, and the way that my daughter is creating like a 3-bedroom apartment, like a luxury apartment in there, it's crazy. She's creating a ton of space for herself. As she should. As she should. I'm not hating on her. I would do the exact same thing, and I think she should continue to do whatever she needs to do to feel comfortable. But pretty wild. So yeah, it was like clear that I was popping, and they gave us the dessert and it was all good. And it was nice, and then we got back and we had like 2 episodes left of Fallout. We just were so into our Banshee run that we forgot about the last 2 episodes. Such a great show. I really love that show. And then yeah, now that brings us to today. We've both just been like working on the house in different ways, cleaning, finishing or building on the side. And now I'm here today with you guys, wondering how your day was yesterday. How was your week? What have you been up to? What have you been watching? I'm going to turn to the chat now. Dion Austin, hey Steph, how's your Valentine's Day? I hope I answered that for you. It was fabulous. Thanks for asking. Haven't seen any videos from you recently. You and Harry been busy? Yes, we have been really busy. I have like 2 videos that I'm editing right now. It's just taking me a long time. The first trimester, you're supposed to be more exhausted than the second trimester, but I think I was so busy being nauseous, I didn't have that extreme exhaustion. But this trimester, there's been like this week and last week, there's been a few days where I'm just like, I'm so tired, and I'm just working as much as I can, but I am exhausted. So my output's a little slower, but I am working, but there are videos coming. Steph, how many weeks are you now? Baby girl is still active. Yes, she is an active little thing. And I'm like around 6 months, or almost 6 months ish, give or take. So yeah, thank you for asking. Dion, have you seen A Night of Seven Kingdoms, a Game of Thrones prequel? No, we are gonna watch it. We have that and The Pit to watch. And we watched Cross season 1. We saw that season 2 dropped, so we will probably check that out as well. So we have that too. We were waiting for the Pit episodes to accumulate, and I was kind of waiting for the Seven Kingdoms one too. What episode are we at? Is it the finale time, or has it been? But we're gonna see, we're gonna watch it. Mike Jace, let's go. Trial of the Seven after the stream. So is that the finale? RQMDSMD, hi. Thanks for joining. Mr. ND Fanatic, perfect timing to kill time before the trial of 7. Okay, so it must be the finale. Christian? Pronounceable? Did I say that right? Hello there. Hey, welcome. Rihanna, happy belated Galentine's. Yes, happy Galentine's. Happy Valentine's. Mel, I went to the mall and it was insanely packed. Yeah, I feel like everyone was out yesterday. Happy Valentine's, Steve. Thanks for joining. RQM DSMD. My wife and I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We do things together all year when we feel like it. Totally. Totally. We're the exact same way. Like, we always are doing something, but it was like next year, even I was thinking like because I was so kind of sad about the steak. Next year, I might wanna do, maybe, like, a Joshua Tree staycation or something like that, or, yeah, go on a hike in the day, like, it doesn't have to be, like, a dinner, but I just like doing something because just using it as a date night type thing. Mr. Indie Fanatic, I was working at a charity event in downtown Detroit and the city was alive. That's awesome. Yeah, it was I'm sure it was similar to LA. It was like everyone was out. Christian, family day up here tomorrow. Almost everything's closed. Why is there a storm? Or is it because it's Sunday? Where are you? What city are you calling in from? Rihanna, your outfit's giving Cheetah Girls realness and I'm obsessed. It so is now that you say that. Cheetah Girls 2, when they all wear the matching headbands, right? That's Cheetah Girls 2, I think. Let's see. Cheetah Girls 2. I need to rewatch those movies. Those are staples. Or was that Cheetah Girls 1 when they wore the headbands? Cheetah Girls headband outfit. Oh, that might have been the first one. Yes, but definitely giving that. I straightened my hair. Guys, I don't know if it's my face or the way I style it. I don't like wearing my hair down. I don't know what to do about that. It's so much better for my scalp and my hairline if I wear it down more, but I just don't think I look good with my hair down. I does anyone have any styling tips for that? Like, I think it's something about the way my head is shaped. I'm not styling it right for when it's down. I need to work on that as an adult. Dion, me and my family ate chocolates, array of different chocolates. Fabulous. What a fabulous evening. Mr. Undie Fanatic, what movies did you watch? Ended up watching Just Married and 10 Things I Hate About You. Uh, 10 Things I Hate About You is one of my favorite movies of all time. That movie is like lives rent free in my head all day. That was, I think, my first introduction to Heath Ledger, and Julia Stiles at that time was the it girl. Like, Julia Stiles was running rom-coms, and then Heath Ledger in that role was like that was that was an important movie for me. Love that movie. I don't think I've seen Just Married. Sam, good evening, Steph. Hope your day is going well. Thank you, Sam. You too. How's your day been? Curtis, what's up, mama? Pump the iron. I've been working out. I've been working out almost like 5 to 6 days a week the past, like, this second trimester. I get in like a minimum 30 minutes a day. I am going to kick it up a notch. Is that another Cheetah Girls reference I just dropped? Or is right? Rihanna, correct me if I'm wrong. I H and I were just talking about our nighttime routine. I'm gonna, because in the day I do like light weights, kind of like a Pilates sculpt situation that's prenatal friendly. But at night, I want to be doing prenatal yoga, kind of like get me ready for bed. Because as the weeks go on, it gets more and more uncomfortable to sleep. So I feel like if I like get my body and mind in more sleep zone, it'll be good, and it's probably good to get those stretches in for my body anyways. But I have been that is one thing I'm I have to say proud of myself for being active, because you just never know how your pregnancy is going to go. So I'm very grateful that I'm at a place that I can be active, because the first trimester I maybe worked out like once a week. It was very, very tough, but now I'm liking to get at least 30 minutes in a day. I'm going to incorporate a little more walking, get Honey Bear out too a little bit more. But I've been very good on that, but thank you for the suggestions. Chris, I cooked liver and onions yesterday. Liver has tons of iron. Okay, good for you, and that sounded sarcastic, but I don't mean that sarcastically. I don't like liver. It is so good for you. It has so many great vitamins in it. I can't do the taste. I can't, it's too gamey. Dion, Steph, are people asking to touch your baby bump, especially your friends? Honestly, I haven't seen my friends since the last time I saw them was early January. So in a month, my belly has completely changed. Like, I think now they definitely would be asking to touch it. I honestly think pregnant bellies, like, if you're given the permit, like the okay to rub on their belly, I feel like they're good luck. Not to take the Buddha's job, but I do think, like, pregnant bellies are, like, I've always thought this about a pregnant belly. Like, it's such a, like, spectacular thing that's going on there. I definitely feel that, like, when my sister was pregnant, I always rubbed her belly. It's like, "Look, let me get some good luck." But I'm sure they will whenever I see them. I'm sure they will. But no, not too bad. People have been pretty good about it. There was one, like, family friend who just, like, reached out and touched my belly, and I, like, it was totally some women don't like it at all, but I feel like if it's, like, a family friend, I totally get it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. I get it. She's a cute little bump going on there." I would feel the urge too. But I understand if women don't like it, especially if strangers try to touch your stomach. That hasn't happened to me. That would be very, very odd. Curtis, ribeye, it's a boy. I'm actually having a girl, um, but I always eat ribeye. I've always that's my favorite cut of steak, I guess. Yeah, I like all of, like, filet mignon too and different cuts, but I prefer ribeye. I think it's because my parents really liked ribeye, so I kind of, like, just adapted that from them. But no, it's a girl, but she is fierce, and the last ultrasound we had, she was muscular little thing in there. Couldn't believe it. We were like, "What the hell?" Like, she has muscles, and she's not even done. I mean, she's just started growing, like, this is just the beginning of her amazing journey. It's been cool to see, but yeah, I think red meat is kind of a gender neutral thing for the old wife if you're going off the old wives tale. What I have done that's, like, very quintessential girl baby is my fruit addiction. The fruit, I guess, is, like, totally a girl baby thing. Abdil. Hi. Hey, Abdil. Paul. Hey, Paul. Hi, Steph and everyone. Watched Ladybird for the first time last week. Always just finished watching the anyways, just finished watching the NBA All-Star games. They did a new format and it was actually entertaining and competitive. We saw that they were doing, like, international versus US, and they had 2 US teams. I was wondering how that was gonna go. That's cool. I'm glad it was entertaining. Lady Bird's such a great movie. What did you think about it? That's a d it Arkham DSMD, thank you. It was so disappointing. It was like, "How are you gonna mess up a pregnant woman's steak? I'm sorry." Like, you gotta achieve it. She's, creating unrealistic apartments for Friends. I never watched Friends, but I feel like I get this reference, and yes, like, I don't know what she's doing in there, but she definitely has multiple bedrooms. This is so okay. Steph, are you and Harry doing Lamaze classes or childbirth classes? I had to go with my friend because her husband had to leave town on business, but as a guy with no kids or wife, it was Greek to me. That's so funny you know what Lamaze classes are because Harry was like I was like, "We have to sign up for our, like, our prenatal classes." And he's like Lamaze? And I was like, "No, like prenatal classes." And he's like Lamaze? And I was like, "I don't know what you're saying." And he was absolutely right. That's what they're called. But I had no I mean, that's what one of them is called, but I had never heard that before. So good on you both for knowing that. We are doing those classes. We were just talking about that today. We have 2 different I don't know if anyone in here has had kids or, like, gone through this, but if you have, chime in on this. We were deciding between there's, like, multiple classes we have to take. There's, like, here, I might have them open. There's, like, a childbirth preparation class, a breastfeeding class, preparing for the baby class. Those are like and like a CPR class. Those are like the main classes. They offer an intensive course where you could do it in 1 day and it's just like 4 hours or 3 hours or something like that. And then a 3 times like each course has like 3 different classes that are like an hour and a half. So I was going back and forth about how I felt about that for the schedule and if it was like a situation where it's so much information, so it's better to separate it, or if it's good to just, like, get it done in a day. Rihanna, "Hey girl, I watched Zootopia 2 yesterday and it ended up being extremely apt for Valentine's Day because the sexual chemistry between Nick and Judy is off the charts, dude. Have you seen it?" That's such a funny sentence. I've seen the first one and loved it. I need to see the second one. The first one I watched during the pandemic, and it gave me the biggest laugh ever that I needed so bad. So, I feel like I would love the second one too. But, yeah, Nick and Judy, they're a OG couple for sure. Mike Joyce, "I'm halfway through the first season of Tell Me Lies, and I'm also halfway to season 4 of my Scrubs rewatch." Nice. I, just got recommended from a friend to watch Tell Me Lies. So, I might start that. Mike Joyce, "The Pit is so good this season." Yeah, I kind of expected that. I feel like the team that they have going on is so strong that I kind of expect nothing less than that. But that's good to hear. Dion, Fallout had a very good finale. Yeah, it did. It was awesome. Hey Lloyd, happy V Day. Abdil, "I'm waiting for all the episodes of Is This for a Night, the new Game of Thrones show? And then I plan on binging it because if so, kind of same." Oh, it's the penultimate episode. Okay. Christian unpronounceable. Okay. So I had it half right. Next year it's a Super Bowl V-Day. Ugh. Then they better have a really good performer. If they choose next year to make because I heard some people being like, "Can we please have a country halftime show?" I I definitely on Valentine's Day, that would be, like, the least sexy thing, but that's my view. A lot of people love country music, and so maybe that would really turn them on a Valentine's Day, and that's good for them. Okay. Okay, Christian's from Guelph, Ontario. Awesome. Okay, so it's probably cold is what you were saying, like, everything's closed? Mike Choice, are you watching any of the Olympic stuff? I'm actually a huge Olympics fan, and this is one of the first years I've been so out of touch with it. I've seen some of the major highlights of ice skating and snowboarding via TikTok and social media, which is kind of embarrassing to say, but I have been totally out of my Olympic game. Mr. ND fanatic. You should make Harloff react to the Cheetah Girls. Yeah, right. He's probably already seen it. You're rocking the headband. Thanks, Mel. Meryl. Hi, Steph. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Mike Joyce, you and Roxy both have been rocking the headband lately. It's such an easy go to, like after you've straightened your hair or like if there's like a little grease in it. It's a very nice cover up. Melda's reviews. I watched the new Tubi teen romance. Kissing is the easiest part today. LMAO. Kissing is the easiest part today. What's it is that what it's called? Mr. Andy Fanatic. Julia Stiles' speech. Okay, so this is about 10 things I hate about you. Julia Stiles' speech was done in one take, and that was her genuine reaction. Her stumbling was her getting choked up. Oh, that's awesome. I love that fact. Sam, day is going well too. Just hung out with my GF before she went to work tonight. Awesome. There's a song called Step Up and Cheetah Girls too. Okay, there it is. There it is. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Joseph, actually, curious question. Why do pretty girl potty pictures when you can get any guy or girl who's sitting to take a photo of you instead of taking a photo with the open toilet in the background? Oh, I think it's just sometimes easier to take a selfie. Like yesterday, Harry took like a bunch of photos of me, and I'm probably gonna not like them all because I'm like so bad at posing. But I took one in the bathroom, and the toilet wasn't behind me. It was just like they had like a bathroom mirror, and there was a door behind me. And I probably will end up posting that one. So I feel like it's more like convenience and less about like not asking someone, but I don't know. Everyone's different. Only part that sucks with babies is if you eat your snacks, they want some, so you have to hide it like Jurassic Park behind the fridge so they won't hear the wrapper open or see you eat it. Yeah, I've seen videos of this. I like my nephew is not like that. So I don't know if that's like maybe because we don't eat like fun snacks in my family. So maybe they're not like trying to get it. I've seen that on like TikTok a lot, like parents who are like trying to eat ice cream at night and the kids want it. I just like don't have fun snacks like that. So I don't know if I'm gonna have that problem. Like if they want some of my apple, they can have some of my apple, you know. I'm gonna be totally okay with sharing my snacks. I always share everything with Harry already, so I feel like I'm already pretty attuned to that, but I think that's more for the families that have more fun snacks that the kids want. But you just have to be ready prepared for that. Either don't eat in front of them or be ready to share. Steph, when you go to a restaurant and order a steak, do you get yours well done or medium rare? I never understood why some people eat it raw. So when I'm not pregnant, medium rare, because I am pregnant, I got it medium and it still was a little too red for my comfort. So I'm going to cook it more. And that's not because of taste, that's just because of safety. Well, being pregnant, but when I'm not, I go for medium rare. Don't like it bloody. Like if it's like oozing blood, that's not for me. Andrew Thomas, hey. Okay. I'm so excited for the Spider Noir show on Prime Video from the teaser. Totally. It looks so awesome. I'm really looking forward to that show. Rihanna, you're killing me today. The way I'm attracted to Nick the Fox from Zootopia should be illegal. I think he's the second hottest anthropomorphic animated character after Kovu from Lion King 2. What would be your list? That's so funny. Um, do like anime characters count or does it have to be like animals? Let me look up Kovu. Kovu, Lion King. That you're I love whatever's wrong with you. Okay, let's see what counts as anthropomorphic. Relating character by okay, so it has to be like an animal. Okay, okay. Um okay, let's see. I definitely have some. I know exactly what you mean, but I just can't come to mind right now. Um this is actually a very funny conversation, so we should get into this. Let's see. Um I don't see any that's like bless you. Let's see. Mm, I have to think about this one. Maybe I'm more into like anime human characters. I don't know if I have a anthropomorphic, but I don't want to be boring. Let's see. I'm looking at a list to get inspired right now and see if any of them ring a bell. Excuse me. Do you guys have any? Okay. I'm gonna keep thinking because I don't want to take too long on this, but I love this question. Melda's reviews. Tell me lies is too toxic for me to get past the pilot. I fear this is gonna be how I feel about it too, but the person said, what did my friend say? My friend Haley, shout out Haley. And not Haley J, a different Haley. And I don't know if I texted her, but I've been so bad at texting her. Okay. Oh shit. She said the show's worth it. The first episode is kind of like, what the fuck is the show? But once it picks up, it gets good. I describe it as emotional warfare. I have visceral reactions while watching. There are points while watching where I genuinely start to gag out of disgust for some of the characters and have to pause. I want to see how you would respond to a certain character. That was her pitch. And I was like, okay. So maybe you should give it 2 episodes. Mike, does Harry play the Fallout games? No, he rarely plays games, and when he does, it's right now it's only Arc Raiders. He that's like the only game I've ever seen actually pique his interest for more. He'll play usually a new game for like a weekend and then just be over it. And he's like, that was fun. And then he moves on. This is the only game I've seen him consistently come back to for like weeks now. The tea from that game though is crazy. Like I know I talked about doing games and streaming that way, but there are some really mean people who play these games, guys. I'm kind of scared. The stories Harry tells me and he just thinks they're all funny. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of funny, but it's also like that's the highest level of bullying, cyberbullying. Like, that's crazy. And then I saw this video of this girl playing that he showed me Arc Raiders, and the girl was like, she's streaming it, she's playing it, and this guy was like, "Oh, you're a girl," and she's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh, here," and he gives her a pan, and she's like, "What is this pan for?" And he's like, "Make me a sandwich." She's like, "I'm not gonna make you a sandwich." And then he literally takes out his gun and shoots her in the video. And then he says, "Then you're worthless, bitch." And then all the comments on the video. So they screen the guy had thought that he ate so hard that he screen recorded that. and then posted it. And all the comments were like, "Yeah, you got her. You got him. Got her. So true. So true." And I'm like, do I really want to join the gaming community? Like that is so just blatant gross sexism. Scary. Okay. Um Sam, are you looking forward to more Muppets reactions with Christian after watching the special with him? Yeah, I really liked it. I didn't know the humor was like that. I was like, this is cool. Um Steph, have you and Harry heard about the new Marvel show Wonder Man? So good, reminds you of the audition process for show and movies. Yes, we binged that. It was so good. Definitely one of the best Marvel shows. Definitely made me more excited for Marvel stuff. And yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really, really amazing. Enter Lundman. They should complete the trifecta and go with the K-pop group for the halftime show next year. Yes. Yes. Totally. Totally. That would be awesome. I bet you like none of their like it would get a lot of racism too, like in the what we saw with Bad Bunny, but it wouldn't be as bad, I feel like, because just like the levels to racism right now in America with different cultures. But I don't know, maybe it would be. It's like kind of shocking how racist people are right now. Or not right now, but like showing themselves right now. Okay. Rihanna, have you treated yourself to Haru cake in the second trimester yet? You deserve it after surviving the nauseous first trimester. I was just thinking about this. I was just thinking about this, and thank you so much for knowing that I do deserve a Haru cake situation. I was just telling Harry for the baby shower I wanted to pick up a Haru cake. Like the whole cake. Let's see, Haru cake. I feel like their hours kind of changed. They're closed Sunday and Monday, but I don't know if that's because it's Washington's Day. Oh yeah, it's President's Weekend. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. Um, okay. I know they're back to normal hours. I don't know why. Maybe I looked on an off week. Okay, Tuesday. Maybe I'm gonna go sometime this week, I think. For some reason I looked like last week or 2 weeks ago and they had so many days that were off and I was like, was this how it was? Komoto Komodo Marks. I'm new to the stream, so apologies if you've already addressed this, but no more Cinepals reacts. No worries. Thanks for being here. Happy to have you. No, no more Cinepals. I'm working almost exclusively from home. So just more about love them, support them always. Hope they're doing amazing. I was just texting Achara. We're gonna get together in the next few weeks because I haven't seen her in so long. So always support them. Just in working from home. So the drive just got too much, and now especially with the baby almost coming, I can't really be out the house like that. Paul, I wonder who they have to choose pick the performance for the future halftime show. This was the last year of the contract between Jay-Z and the NFL. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I wonder what they are gonna do. I know money really usually runs everything, especially for an organization like the NFL. So I know it was the most viewed. So I have to imagine it did well money wise. Gregory headband game Strong. Thanks, Gregory. Good to see you. Sorry, guys. Maldo's reviews. The movie is called Kissing is the Easiest Part, starring Disney stars I've never heard of. Oh, okay. That's an interesting name. Okay. Some bathroom pic this is from Joseph Ashley about the bathroom pics conversation. Some bathroom pictures are nice, but I've seen pretty girls on Instagram toilet lid open or bathroom door open. Yeah. I mean it happens to the baddest of them, you know? Don't judge. Joseph Ashley, when my niece and nephews were babies and they would cry for no reason, I cry with them and they get comfy. That's funny. Mr. Andy Fanai, where are you from Banshee? There's a certain actress from the Predator franchise that shows up in season 3. I think she's in are you talking about I think she's in season 2. Are you talking about, Amber Midthunder? Because I swear I thought it was her. She was in a single episode, and I was like, "Is that Amber from Prey?" But I didn't know. Is there another one? Because I thought that was her. Amber Midthunder. Let me make sure. Banshee. Yeah, that was her. Yeah. Let's see. What season was that? That was season 2, episode 4. So is there another character? I'm on season 3. And I think we're almost done with season 3, actually. Adult Simba is fine. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Steph, are you into the Wuthering Heights hype train or the press from it? Margot Robbie's press looks always kill. Like for Barbie, she just annihilated, and for Wuthering Heights, it's perhaps even greater. Her stylist I now follow because he's very impressive. Her looks are absolutely destroying. So I am into the press in that sense. I watched an interview with her and Charlie XCX and I thought it was super cute. Like they seemed like friends. And I feel mixed about the movie. I don't remember the book, but I am seeing like a lot of fair criticism from people who read the book about the main characters and the casting of it all, and kind of like feels like it's overshadowing one of the major themes, if not the main theme of the original. So I feel like it's a good thing that I don't remember the book. I'll probably be able to enjoy it more in that sense. I love the leads, but I think it's a bummer that there could have been a missed opportunity to tell like a deeper theme with a different actor if that served the story better. So I'm mixed on it. I'm gonna see it, but I'm a little mixed on it. Sam, I think Rihanna just inspired Steph to do a hear me out video for the channel. Yeah, I did love that trend. Oh, Lola Bunny. Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. See, Steph, can't wait till you watch Off Campus and we'll get some good men. Oh, Off Campus. Is that the hockey one that you've been talking about? Right? Yes, 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 yes. I'm excited for that and I'm very excited for you for that, but I am going to watch that for sure. Steph, have you seen the new Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2 trailer? No, I haven't actually. But I'm looking forward to season 2. I'm curious how they're gonna do it. Okay. Let's see. Um, oh yeah, Jessica Rabbit. Good call. Good call. Lauren, I have things to say about Bridgerton because I missed the stream, but maybe I should have it for next week when the second half of the season is out. Lauren, this is always a safe space for Bridgerton talk. So if you want to talk about it right now, throw in your questions, comments, concerns. Happy to always hear it. Happy to have another Bridgerton person in the building to talk about it with. But if you want to wait until next week, then I'm happy to talk then, or we can talk both times, today and next week when after it drops. So let me know. And that's a good reminder. Everyone, get ready for Bridgerton because I'm going to do a spoiler review on Sunday on that. Oh, wait, I guess it's not next Sunday, right? It's not next Sunday, it's the next Sunday, right? Because it's, let's see, Bridgerton season 4 part 2 release January 29th. No, wait, that was the first one. February 26th. So, yeah, so it's not this week, it's next week. Okay, yeah, yeah. So I see what you're saying next weekend. So it's a yeah, it's not it's 2 Sundays from now. 2 Sundays from now we'll be doing a spoiler talk discussion on part 2 of season 4 of Bridgerton. So when it drops that Wednesday, I need you guys to lock in for that weekend. Okay. Wait. Okay. But my main take is with 2026 Vision, the Duke gives JD Vance. We all romanticized him in the wrong way and built him up because we were stuck inside because of the pandemic. I'm so confused on this take. Can you explain further? Because are you talking about Vice President JD Vance? Because I personally have never in my life romanticized him, but I don't know if you're referring to something that I'm missing. So please do share because I want to understand if I'm missing something. Okay. Margot Robbie looks stunning in the movie and the press for it. Totally. Totally. She's such a babe. I thought her character was a catalyst for season 3, but that shows how good her role and what happens pays off in season 3. Yeah. Nope, I got a preview. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, she was like only there for so quickly, but she was totally had an impact. Okay, Melda's review saw Wuthering Heights 2.5 out of 5 for me. Can you elaborate? Why? Very curious. This my choice. The story for Wuthering Heights was probably the weakest part for me. It didn't bother me too much because I was blown away by how amazing the cinematography, production design, and costumes were. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like a vibe. It's gonna be a like a horny vibe for me. But I feel like there was some story bits that aren't gonna nail it for me just because it wasn't it yeah, just from what I'm hearing, I feel like that's how I'm gonna feel as well. Okay. Steph, what names are you and Harry thinking of for baby girl? Honestly, the name is the one thing I'm probably gonna keep to myself until the delivery. But I don't know, I could change my mind, but I've always had one name for my first girl that I've wanted to name, and luckily Harry loves the name too, so that's what we're doing. So we've been very laser focused in on that. So yeah, yeah, you'll have to wait for the name. Rihanna, I feel like I have a very strong inkling for what your daughter's name will be, and when the name reveal happens, just know that I know that the secret's safe with me until then. That's hysterical. Really? Yeah, I mean, you might. I might have said it before, like, before I was pregnant or even had it on my radar. I might have said, like, if I do have a girl, I would name her this. I might have said that before. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I've ever talked about it, but it's not too crazy to assume that I have. But if you're just feeling it off vibes and you are right, then you do know me very, very, very well. So March 1 spoiler talk. Yes, Mal. March 1st, Sunday, March 1st, spoiler talk for Bridgerton season 4, part 2. Paul, I don't know why, but I haven't had the motivation to watch season 4 of Bridgerton. Um, yeah, I get that. Like some people weren't super stoked about season 3, so I feel like they were slower to get on board with season 4. But I think it's good. I think you'll enjoy it if you like the previous seasons. Since you were watching Banshee, is it me or does Anna is it just me or does Anna and Rebecca kind of look like? Totally. Totally. They have a very similar vibe. I completely agree. I actually think a lot of the women casting, like you could tell the casting director and the director have a very like they clear vision on the type of woman that they think is beautiful. Okay. Mr. ND Fanatic, you should record you and Harry reacting to the last 2 episodes of the season 3. Not like Cinepal's Harloff, just there's some moments you will lose it. Okay. H, do you know what episode we are on season 3? I think we're on 6, so we might be at the last 2 episodes because I think there's only 8 episodes. Let me pull up my HBO app and see. Okay, let's see. Let me check. It's moving very slow. Oh, okay, Lauren. I just rewatched it, and the Duke from the first season really gave me gross JD Vance energy. Like, neither could be less attracted to me. They're both so robotic. Okay. I was honestly, Lauren, I was trying not to freak out, but I was like, the correlation, I feel like if there was like a chart of like MAGA fans, like people who liked like JD Vance and Bridgerton, the like it would be the smallest percentage of intermingling ever. Like, I feel like those two things just don't go together. So I was so I was like, oh my god, is she lost? Like, I was so confused, but I was trying not to be a hater. Thank you for explaining yourself. That's interesting. I haven't rewatched season 1, but I'll say this, when I first watched season 1 in 2020, is that when it came out? I thought the Duke was the greatest character. Obviously, he has like bad qualities. He's not perfect, but I thought that he was not he didn't gross me out at all. That's for sure. So I'm curious if there's anything that I would see differently now, but that's kind of crazy. Um, why is it saying my HBO Max? Oh, it was an old app. Okay, let's see. Banshee. Oh yeah, we're on episodes. We have like halfway through episode 6. We must have finished it. I don't know why we would have paused it. Okay. Okay, Melda's reviews. Wuthering Heights was mostly boring for me. I can understand Emerald taking a swing and she made what she wanted, but it fails to keep the momentum. Also, not the lead's best acting. Interesting. Okay. Steph, on the streaming service Daily Wire, there's a new fantasy show, The Pendragon, Cycle Rise and Merlin. Very good. Okay, cool. Abdil, the last romantic period piece I watched was liked was Pride and Prejudice, the 2005 version with Matthew McFadden and Keira Knightley. But I think I'll be watching Wuthering Heights. Matthew, Abdiel, you're talking my language. Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite movies ever. The 2005 version. That's one of my comfort movies. I've probably watched that movie like 20 times. I'm obsessed with that movie. That you have bewitched me, mind, body, and soul. There's no better line. There's no better line ever given in a romantic movie. That is my shit. And honestly, I hadn't watched period pieces beyond that, I think, until Bridgerton, which is like kind of like a fantasy period piece. But I'm definitely gonna watch Wuthering Heights. Okay. Um, Dion, when's the baby due? The baby's due in June. In June, she's gonna be a June bloom. Yeah. Little baby Steez. Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and thanks for talking with me in the Discord. Keep it up. Let me know if you guys have anything you want to bring up in there. I love hearing your opinions on different things. Like, I feel like sometimes we have similar opinions on movies and sometimes we have different, but I feel like everyone keeps it very respectful in the Discord, so I appreciate that. I hope something very good happens to you, and I hope you have an amazing week. And I'll be posting a video this week, and then I'll be live on Sunday. So I will see you then. Until then, much love.